I told Draymond after I won the
Dre.
Olympics in France, I was like, he kind of changed my career.
Rappers are the most insecure on the planet. We just have to act cool. Michael Jordan was there, and I was excited to see Michael Jordan. He like turned me down for a picture, and it just like stained my brain. The first time I met LeBron James, he was just like, yeah, come on. Or Prime, it was like, what's up, man? Woo. And those things, they stick in your mind. So I try to be that for people who look at me the same way.
Welcome back. We are excited to welcome our guest, our California legend, Symba, here today. We're recording from the Spotify studios here in Los Angeles. Super grateful for us having them, and obviously, Symba, man, we're grateful for you coming through. We're excited to pick your brain, and we already have been a little bit off camera, but yeah, man, thank you for coming through.
No, thanks for having me, man. I was literally watching the show last night. You guys had the owner of the Celtics on, and it gave me a gang of questions I want to ask my man, Mr. White, here on White Noise. So we're going to have a good time today.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, we're super excited to have you here.
For sure.
Enjoyed listening to you, and this is going to be cool kind of seeing the background and your process and everything. So I'm super excited for this.
Definitely.
Our first musician.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
See,
Jaylen Brown.
Well, see, Jaylen.
That's your boy, huh?
Jaylen's my guy, but see, Jaylen's like Walmart. He does everything.
Okay.
He raps, he plays ball, he's got the brand. Jaylen had me in Atlanta at a family office meeting with like billionaires. I didn't know what I was there for, but it was so informative and it was so important. I was just like, okay, I'm in here. You know what I mean? So shout out to JB.
The man's got a little bit of everything going on. It's unbelievable.
He told us we do like this lightning round. We'll hit you with some lightning round questions at the end.
Yeah.
But we asked JB, what was your best purchase or investment since being in the league? And like no hesitation, he just looks at Derrick in the eyes and says a harp. We're like, what?
I got a better idea for JB.
A gold harp.
I got a better idea. I have a surgeon. Fix his hairline. He's in the process of fixing mines right now.
Oh, yeah?
JB, we all need him. That will be the best investment you can make right now, JB. That would be the best.
He's gonna see this.
While listening to his harp. The harp.
We
We checked in at in Utah, and they had someone playing the harp. I'm like, JB, is it kind of like this at your house? My harp's a little bit better than this one.
He's like, I got this new place. It's a giant gold harp. There's levels to
No,
this shit.
JB's a great guy, bro. He does so much. He really cares about the black community.
Mm-hmm.
He's really passionate about trying to bring back Black Wall Street. He's doing a lot of work in the Bay Area, where I'm from right now. And just a lot of work in undeveloped communities. So anytime that, he asks me to pull up or anything I could do to support, I'm always there because I appreciate what he does.
That's dope. Yeah, he's like you said. I mean, the Walmart thing, I didn't know where that was going, but I think that's
he does it all.
He does it all.
You can go to Walmart and get everything.
Yeah.
Like you could get a pack of chicken and a blanket. You can get everything.
Get some clothes,
JB got it all for you.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
facts. Well, I want to take it back a little bit as a good starting point. We were talking hoop out in the hallway. You're a hooper, man.
I'm a failed hooper.
Nah, no such thing. You could hoop forever.
We want to know who your player comp would be.
I would have been Lance Stevenson.
Okay, elaborate. You got to tell us more on that.
I was like the guy that like my offense was my defense.
Okay.
So I used my defense to get the offense a lot because I was very shifty, was very fast, and I was an antagonist. So I could get under people's skin to get them to shooting shots I didn't want them to shoot, or they didn't want to shoot, or guard them a certain way. If I noticed somebody was predominantly right-handed, I'd guard them left. Just different things to be able to alter the defense in my favor. And I was a high flyer, so I could jump.
Okay.
Couldn't shoot at the time. I developed a jump shot as I got older. But at the time, I was a high flyer, so I knew as long as I could steal the ball before half court and get 3 dribbles, somebody's getting dunked on.
Okay.
We all know those teams in AAU that they got that dude that's picking up full. And
Yep.
It's just a bunch of athletes around. You turn the ball over 3 straight times. They dunk it 3 times, and they clapping.
That was me.
Yeah, I can just picture it right now.
That was me.
It was low-key you.
No.
UCCS.
That leads to a question I would like to ask you. Being from like Denver, right, Colorado, coming up in that AAU scene, right? Where it's not a lot of popularity, not a lot of cameras on you. What's that like? Like being someone in a smaller city, knowing you could ball, but someone who might not have the skill set you have in a bigger place gets a bigger platform.
Yeah, AAU was tough for me. Like I was undersized, like my whole life, so I was small, and like I could do like what I'm doing now, but I just was small, and so I kind of got overlooked the whole time, and like we had the chaos, like, and he was on like the top team. Not like saying that you shouldn't have been on the top team, but
Look how that worked out for me.
There's like a bunch of like more athletic, more like developed guys.
Yeah.
And then like I'm kind of the lower level teams, and so it was tough for me. And then like I go to these tournaments, and really athleticism and how high you could jump and how fast you are, it kind of trumps like the skill, especially in the AAU like format. Like you're playing 3 games a day, and the games are just fast paced, not really that organized. And so that's not really my strength. Like I'm more like, let's get 5-on-5. Let's break it down. Let's get the right space, and let's get the right matchups. Like that kind of stuff is like how like let me use my mind to take advantage of what's going on out there. And so AAU wasn't really for me, especially at that time, just because how small and like undersized I was.
Did you did it ever like, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Did it ever like fuck with your confidence?
Yeah, 100%. Like
And how did you get over
You kind of
that?
like when people like doubt you, and you kind of like start to believe it yourself, and like that's always been like a big thing for me, even like to this day, is like just my confidence, like staying confident. Like I like try to preach confidence to everybody else, but like I kind of doubted myself, and so that was kind of like the toughest part, was like just believing in myself. Even like as I got better, like when I transferred from D2 to D1, like believing I belonged at the D1 level. Then I get drafted in the NBA, and like Pop would be like, you belong here, like stuff like that. So like just believing in myself, and that confidence kind of just took some time. Like, cause I always had that, I guess, a little doubt, but like it never really stopped me from like just keep working, stay in the gym, doing what I need to do. And when I did get the opportunity, I kind of like made the most of it. So I would say like that's still something that to this day I'm still working on. Is just
No, I think that's dope, because I always tell like young players, or like my nephews or little cousins I may have, I always say like, study the Jrue Holiday, study the Derrick Whites, right? Because that's more of reality than a LeBron James. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's my favorite player ever, but I don't think women is just kicking out 6'8", 250 that could run like a running backer. I mean, a running back. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like, it's like an anomaly. But someone like yourself, a Jrue, these is guys who had the skill set, but had to fight through people's athleticism. They had to really use their skill set. So I salute that about you.
Yeah, and I think just like being competitive, like Jrue is an ultimate competitor, and like he'll do whatever it takes to help us win. And like you kind of have to get over yourself, I think, for like you to reach your most success. Like I mean, if Jrue wanted to, like for the last, when he was with us, like to take 20 shots, like he 100% could. Like he's Jrue Holiday, like nobody would have said anything, but like him be able to take a step back kind of helped me elevate, and like kind of helped our team grow. And so like just having that mindset of,
and you guys won the ring together.
We got a ring.
What was some shit you had to like? What was something with your ego that you had to put aside to win that ring?
I mean, like I said, like we all had to. Like we have 4 or 5 Hall of Famers. Like I mean, Al had to come up. Al was coming off the bench. Like if Al Horford was doing that, to come off the bench. Jrue was just playing in the dunker, doing stuff like that. Like even JB got to take a step back to one another. And so KP, like how we can work him into it. So we all just had one goal in mind, which is that championship. And if we had our own personal agendas, and we all want to do our own shit, like something would have went wrong. Like it always does. And so like that whole year, like we were so bought into that one goal of winning the championship, and it didn't matter who got the praise, who got the love. And we ended up doing some amazing things, and I think we one of the best teams of all time.
I definitely agree.
My opinion. And
definitely agree.
So like that was just kind of like everybody just kind of put their personal agendas aside. Like, and I think at the time of our careers, like we've had all-stars, we've had all NBAs, we've had all these things. But one thing we hadn't done is win it. So like that's the only thing that mattered, and we kind of all just bought into that from day one, and we did something special.
So you guys kind of matured past the personal accolades.
Yeah. Like nobody cares what personal accolades we got. Like it's really about how we gonna win this chip and be special as a team.
Dope.
Do you think that's a great question about the ego, because in any NBA locker room there is ego. It's an unavoidable thing. I also, correct me if I'm wrong, but you think it's true that because everyone was so bought in that if you were the one guy that wasn't, it would be like a light shining on you? Like it would be so easy to tell if one guy wasn't bought in. So it was more of just like, no one was trying to be the one guy, but it was like everybody's on the same page. And if you were to not be on the same page, it'd be like a magnifying glass on you.
Sore thumb.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like I think it all kind of starts like from like there was like the top 6. So like me, Jrue, JT, JB, KP, and Al. And then there was talk about like who's gonna start, who's gonna come off the bench. And then like day one, Al was like, "No, I'll come off the bench." Like went to Joe, was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll come on the bench. I'll figure it out." And Al hadn't come off the bench his whole career, 15 years into this. So like from day one, like if Al Horford's doing it, then like everybody kind of just falls in line, and we all had so much respect for him, and so that kind of how it all started from there. And then like we had an amazing locker room. Like everybody bought in, everybody loved celebrating each other's success.
Yeah, dope, man. Dope.
It reminds me, I think there's a lot of similarities between the two of you, and obviously I know him way more than I know you, but we talk about how he came from Colorado with like a small AAU scene. He was under recruited. He started at the Division II level, and then he moved to the Division II level to the Division I level to get more eyes, to get the right people to see him, the bigger stage. Did you kind of do the same thing when you moved from the Bay to LA?
Definitely, man. The Bay is kind of like a Baltimore or like a Philadelphia, right? Or Chicago, to where it's like its own island, its own identity. And we move to the beat of our own drum. We eat what we like to eat. We dress how we like to dress how we like to dress. We go where we want to go. We don't really get into the entertainment industry for ourselves. We literally just try to carve out our own piece of it. And for me, I always wanted to go a little further. Being from home, everybody's so independent that it makes it hard for you to do things together because everybody want to be the first. And when I moved to LA, it was the first time I experienced songwriting, right? Producer splits, what a studio session looks like when we're in here treating this like a job, not just us in here drinking, smoking weed, and having fun. So one of my first studio sessions in LA wasn't even a session for me. I had a friend named Phonics, shout out to Phonics, and he was cool with Young Berg, who's Hitmaker now. And Hitmaker was creating the Throw Some Mo song for Nicki Minaj. And I was watching a writer he had in there, like creating a hook and coming up with these vibes. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, I couldn't figure it out. And about like 9 months later, me and my girl, we driving past Universal Studios, and I just hear the song, Ass Fat. Yeah, I know. You want cash? Throw some more. Throw some more. And at the time, I was like, this will never work. And then I heard the song, and I was like, wait, Nicki Minaj did this? And it kind of started showing me like the ecosystem of how the business works, which is something I wasn't able to learn at home because we kind of do it so independently on our own. Right. So when I got here, it kind of gave me exposure to the industry for me to be able to step back and say, hey, I want to go that route. I want to go big, but a lot comes with that.
Yeah.
Wow. You talk about confidence with us. Like, dude, I guess I always just assumed that, like, you guys were, like, always supremely confident. And, like, for some reason, like, that's
rappers are the most insecure on the planet. We just have to act cool because that's part of the brand. Like, you got to be this cool guy with money that got all the girls. But it's, like, it's so stressful because it's like, okay, you're walking around with $1 million in jewelry. Who's ready to take this? Mm-hmm. Right? You're driving in these cars. You're living in these nice homes. You're moving around these areas that you kind of grew out of, but you don't want them to feel like you left them behind, so you still go back and you still do things, but it's like there's people looking at you now like, I need that watch, I need that chain, or I need him to do something for me. So it's tough because the identity that grows you kind of like stifles you. like the person that kind of got the people rocking with you, you kind of need to grow out of him to be able to grow the business, but everybody else is like, no, stay this person, stay the same person. And that starts fucking with your confidence, because it's like, am I upsetting my people? Like, am I a sellout? Am I turning on the hood? Am I true to myself right now? And it's like that growth is like some shit like you don't understand, and nobody's there to walk you through it. So the only way to get through it is to go through it. And you realize over time, like, I'm not changing, I'm just growing. And people who feel like I'm changing just don't know how to say, hey, bro, I don't know where I fit anymore. You know? And it fucks with you.
It's interesting. I feel like there's like levels to that with like being in the NBA as well.
I could only imagine.
You know, like same thing. Like,
y'all got guaranteed money.
Do got that.
Just like the idea of like outgrowing where you came from, but not abandoning them, and like how your circle could potentially change. And like, I think for you, you've always kept your circle tight, and like you have a lot of people that were there with you from the very beginning. And I think that's been really healthy for you, but that's not always the case, because it's the same thing. Like, people want you to stay, but you're kind of like, I need to let my wings fly a little bit. I'm not abandoning you, but I got to outgrow some of these things there.
That growth mindset is like everything, because like that's probably the difference between someone that's in the league 10 years or the league 4 years. Like, you get there, like, that's just not enough. Like, you got to continue to grow, you got to continue to develop. And so whether that's like what's going on off the court, whether it's going on the court, like, how can you grow, how can you develop? Like, that's kind of the difference between short-term success and then being in the league or whatever industry you are for a long term, just having that growth mindset and not like, I made it, I'm satisfied, or whatever might be holding you back.
I feel like a part of growth, something me and Cass always talk about, a part of growth is like understanding discipline. What's something that you don't break, that's like a part of your routine that you do every day as a professional that you will never break to stay consistent?
I think like a big thing for me is like on the court, off the court, like I'm big on just showing up. Like, we got something like that, got something going on, like I'm gonna show up, like I'm gonna give my best effort when I'm there. But like sometimes people just don't even show up to that thing, and they kind of get left behind, or like if someone got something off the court, like their birthday or something, like I want to show up, I want to be there for them. And so I think like just that being like my mindset for anything really, like then people are like, oh, Derrick's gonna show up, Derrick's gonna support, Derrick's gonna give his best effort when he get there. So I think that's like half the battle, is just showing up. And so I mean, anything, like we have optional shooting, like I'm gonna try to show up. We got a kid's birthday party, like I'm gonna show up. And so I think that's something that I've tried to do my whole life. I've really been like just I think that's like my love language, I guess, is like I'm gonna be there for you, I'm gonna show up. And then that just shows you that I care. And then when we on the court, like, you know that I care about you.
Availability is the best ability.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
What's something that you...
I'm still figuring it out.
That's all right.
I'm like conflicted.
Okay.
I'm growing into like this new phase of things I believe in, but I'm still the kid that likes to eat lemon pepper wings and go to the strip club and play video games and look at rap battles and things. So it's like I have my routine. Like, I started going to the gym, and the gym was something that kind of gave me a routine of how I approach the studio. So I started doing that, and I was like heavy on it. Like, I'm 6 a.m. waking up, going to the gym, and then I start getting back in my basketball mind. Now I'm like shooting 100 3-pointers and stuff before I do my calisthenics class and all of that, right? Yeah. And then I get booked for Invest Fest and go to Atlanta and go to Magic City, and I haven't been to the gym since because I've been eating lemon pepper wings and enjoying my life for the past few years.
Sometimes you need both. Sometimes you need both.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance,
it's all about balance.
But I'm getting back to it. Yeah. We always have the new year, new me excuse, so I'm getting back to it.
Hey man, I'm a firm believer in balance. Like, those things that fill your cup, you know, eating wings, going to the strip club, playing video games, like finding the right time and place to do those, that's a part of you. That makes you happy and that fills your cup. But like, it's also making sure you got room in your cup to hit the gym, because that also makes you feel good. And that might be something new. And sometimes I feel like we let the new things get trumped by like our old behaviors that we know we love. Shit, should I go eat these wings? Because I know I love it. I know I'm about to go have a good time eating wings with my boys, or I could go get this workout in, which is still new, but I know I also love that. So I think it's all balanced, man. You can hit the gym and get your wings in.
That's a great perspective, bro, and that's not talked about enough. Like the transition of like trying to become the next verse. I said a line in my new song. I said, the man I want to be don't get along with the I am.
Yeah, I love that. That's
right.
fire.
And what I mean by that is like the man I want to be, like I just literally just want to be rich and go home and watch this guy play basketball with my girl and my son every day, and then hope my son can become a basketball player so I could be like LeVar Ball. Right? That's like the ultimate goal for me. I want to be like Patrick Mahomes' dad.
He's at that age, man. You got to go now.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah.
He should be here. He should be working out right now.
Like, that's my life goal. Is to do that. You know.
Sure.
Love that.
But what comes with that is a lot of work and discipline and things that I got to be able to execute for me to live that life. And as a young person that's starting to understand the importance of putting business before the temptations, I'm at like a 51-50 at it, right? Like I'm doing like 51% of the new guy, but it's just like soon as I'm having some fun, it comes back. And what I got to learn is exactly what you just broke down, to love the new version of myself more than the old version, because that'll keep me into him. That was a great perspective.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Kind of caught me by surprise with that too.
it just felt like it was a good space to share that, because I think about it a lot. But you also, same song, I believe, you say you're Temptation's best friend?
Yeah.
Is that the lyric?
I am Temptation's biggest fan.
Biggest fan.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys, bro, Cass, to tell you, I have no gray area. Zero. Like, I'm trying my hardest to develop one. Like, I'm either not going to do it or I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to drink, or we're like 16 shots in Casamigo.
That's right.
I ran into this guy at the Buffs game. Dan introduced us. Drunk as shit. Drunk as hell. I'm on the field. I'm running with the fly. I forgot I wasn't on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
How does Symba get a helmet on, man?
Yeah.
What is he doing
Just
over there?
reckless. Just reckless. But I'm
I
learning.
was right there with you, man.
Yeah,
I'm
learning like this isn't the place for that.
We got to run it back. I live in Colorado and come to Boston a lot. Travel around for the pod. I wanted to talk about that because you have a cool relationship with Prime. Is that the reason why you come to Colorado?
Man, it's my big dog.
What's that like?
That's the home. So Prime is like him and LeBron. It's kind of like my favorite athletes ever.
It's two good favorites.
I think Michael Jordan's an asshole, which made me just love LeBron.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Right?
Also great.
And LeBron and Prime has this thing to where they really care. They really care about their people. They really take time to make sure they people know that they care. And when I first started going viral or first started getting a name, Prime would hit me and literally be like, young brother, don't know who you are, but keep doing what you're doing. Keep rapping. I support you. Keep doing this. And I would hit him like, can I get the new shoes? Like, when the new ones dropping, I need the red and black ones. Right to my doorstep.
It's fire.
You know what I mean? So every time I see him, it's kind of like the dad I never had, or like the uncle I never got to kick it with. He always gives me game. We're cool through another friend of ours named Wallow. I don't know if you guys know Gilly and Wallow.
Yeah.
But him and Wallow and Gilly is very cool as well. So Prime always just shows me love, bro. Like, anytime I post something, he likes it. He leave a comment, he share it, or he hit me up. I like this one, nephew. Keep doing this, keep doing that. So anything that he has going on, I feel like it's an obligation for me to support it, because he's always supported me.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Like, I remember like the first time I met him, I'm like, this is Prime. Like, this is like my aunt was a huge Deion Sanders fan, and so like I'm like super excited to meet him, and he's like excited to meet me. I was like thinking, that's crazy. Like, like who am I compared to? Yeah. And like he was just super genuine with it, and like every time I'm around, like just asking me how I'm doing, and like just congratulating me, whatever I got going on, and like obviously he's done so much for the university and bringing people like you to Boulder and everything. But you could definitely tell that he just cares about people. He gives out, like he shows love, and it's definitely special.
Bro, I remember when I was a kid, I think it was All-Star weekend, 2000 or something like that. Or was it? It was some event in the Bay Area. Michael Jordan was there, and I was excited as shit to see Michael Jordan. I was the biggest Michael Jordan fan. And he like turned me down for a picture, and it just like stained my brain just over the years. And it was like the first time I met LeBron James, he was just like, "Yeah, come on," you know. Or Prime, it was like, "What's up, man?" Woo. And those things, they always they stick in your mind. So I try to be that for people who look at me the same way, you know, and I learned that from a LeBron or a Prime, so I truly appreciate them.
Yeah, those first impressions is everything. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough, like, obviously you want to do, like, people come to you, want to be, like, so I tried my best to be, like, super welcoming and be like, yeah, we can do it.
You got a pretty good rule, like, you'll always take a photo with the kid, and if it's an adult, most of the time you'll do it. Like, there's very few times if you're sitting down eating dinner or whatever, like, get me on the way out. Or like, I think that you do a really good job of like always. You can never make everybody happy, but doing your best to appease your fans, which is cool.
I mean, you know, I was actually delusional enough to think that was possible, making everybody happy.
You think
I had
it's
a
possible.
serious problem with that.
The faster you can realize it's impossible, the better off you'll be.
Man,
especially in positions that you two are in. I mean, think about how we talk about LeBron. There's a whole nother half of the world that talks about LeBron.
there's kids that probably feel how I feel about Mike.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So. I don't have a problem with Mike. I just love LeBron more.
Hey man, I'm gonna pick. It's an impossible argument, but you go Mike versus Jordan. I'll pick LeBron as well. So I'm team LeBron.
I think it's
Mike
obvious.
What did I say? Mike versus Jordan?
Yeah.
Mike versus LeBron.
Who would you say?
I said LeBron.
What about you?
I'm a Bron guy.
Bron? I'd say Bron too.
All right, hear me out on this take. This is how I always, because you can argue about this for hours.
Yes.
So I just say, if you take LeBron and you put him in Jordan's era, he's even better than he is today. If you take Mike and put him in today's era,
He struggles.
he's great. But is he what he was in his era?
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll never know.
It's
But,
crazy
like, it's
because
not
like
a
some
clear
people would be like Jordan would be more dominant in this era than he was in. Like,
I don't think
people
so.
always.
I'm like,
it's
how
a
many-
never ending. And
How many
these
6'6"
hypotheticals are
super athletic guys are in the league?
I'ma just
100?
be real, man. Sometimes I watch some of those games. I go back and I watch some of the games, and there was great competition. There was great teams, but it looks like the NBA was still figuring itself out during some of those times.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
the
Figuring out
coaching is, I think, the
defenses.
biggest. Like the schemes, the coaching.
Yeah.
It's
It looks like it was like
Spacing.
figuring it out, and it feels like now we're in a time to where each team has its own identity. Each player has their own identity. And I don't think that was necessarily the case in those times. And I could be completely wrong.
like
It's
when I
just
look
my
and watch those games, like if they played like that now, it'd be hard to score because of the spacing. And like now, like it's spacing's everything.
Yeah.
And so like obviously the 3-point line, everybody's shooting more, but even like if you wanted to post up and you had 3 guys standing right next to each other, like it's gonna be hard to score. And so
So for the people who may not understand spacing, break down what exactly spacing means on the floor.
I mean, I could talk for this forever. Like this is like what we talk about a lot, and like Joe's huge on spacing. Like I can't be at my best if the person's just standing next to me, and like JB can't be at his best if we don't give him space. And so just being in the corner, 2 people in the corner, that spacing. Like, are you in the dunker? Are you on the other side of the court? Are you on the sniper spot, the high quadrant? Like, are you spaced right there? Are we cutting 2 guys to stand next to each other? So can 2 guys guard 1 guy? Like different things like that. And like, how can we create an advantage with our spacing and let JB be special? Like if JB's in a crowd, like he's not as great as he is when he's in space. Or if Peyton's driving, like who's an outlet for him? You know, he can trust that Sam or Hugo or Jordan will be in the corner. Or if he's dribbling towards me, am I cutting or am I going to slide to the corner? Like there's so many different ways that we talk about spacing, and like the defense is trying to make it as crowded, show as much of a crowd as possible. Like when we're on defense, like we're talking about, you got to be in this, you got to show this crowd like he sees this space. These guys are great, and like they're so many guys, so hard to guard like that. And then so offensively, is like how can we create that space? And so that's just kind of like the back and forth battle. Every possession is defense trying to take that space, and then offense trying to create the space to get the best advantage.
What's something that you learned from San Antonio that you actually use in Boston?
Great question.
I think that my favorite thing that I learned in San Antonio was simple works. Like, you grow up watching highlights and you grow up like watching all these guys doing amazing things, and you think like, I need to do amazing things every possession to be successful. And then I get to San Antonio and they're like, nah, just sometimes a pass is an amazing thing. Sometimes just a jab, go. Like, I don't need to do 18 crossovers and whatever it might be. So once I seen that, like, simple works, and then like I really was watching like Manu. Like, Manu's probably like it was his last year, was my rookie year. So like just being able to watch him at 40 still have success. Like, obviously he wasn't as athletic, like he was still doing special things, but just simple things like just catching and going, or being in the right position, and just knowing what our scheme is. Like, those little things that he was doing, like, it was so simple, but it was so effective, like, over the long run. So when I got that, like, oh, I don't need to. Like, my game never has been flashy, like this and that. And so, like, when I learned, like, I don't need to have all that, and I can just do the simple things and just be doing the simple plays over and over and over, that's really what's going to win in the long run. And
Great
then I
answer.
took that to Boston.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes just catch and shoot.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes
That's similar in music, too, because it's like Punch recently said something. Punch from TDE, shout out to Punch. He was like, sometimes rappers go for the slam dunk when the mid-range is more important. Like, just get the shot off. You know what I mean? Just get the comfortable shot off. Like, we try to make the line so complex and so diverse. It's like, just say the thing to get there, right? Rather than trying to just hit it right away. So I could definitely...
You hit a home run every time. And sometimes, like, the play just, like, it was a good pitch. Like, you can't hit no home run on that one. Like, you got to foul that off or whatever it might be. So, like, I mean, I'm a big baseball guy, so I kind of switched there. But like, yeah, just simple works. And then I took that to Boston, and then I kind of, like, my game and my role expanded. So I was able to do a little bit more, but, like, to my core, I think I'm still with that simple works.
Fire. Great answer.
Good question. Good answer. You said something about not always going for the dunk, shooting the mid-range. It's obvious you have an elite pen. When are you inspired? Like, is it spur of the moment? Do you sit down and lock yourself in a room? What inspires you when you're in that mode?
It's the most irritating thing. So I have a severe case of ADHD.
Facts. I feel that.
So my inspiration comes at the worst times.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Like, sometimes I pray, like, that I could just get some inspiration at 3 p.m. on a Monday in the house and just sit here and focus. It never happens that way. It's like I'm in a bowling alley at 2 a.m. and a line just hits me, and I cast. I fucking got it. I need a beat that sounds like Sparta 300, and I'm about to attack these motherfuckers. And it just comes, and then I wake up in the morning, and then he set the beat, and I'm like, oh, that's it. That's it, motherfucker. And then I'm just like, I'm watching Jeff Teague, right? And then they say something to where B Hen might make a joke, and I'm like, I'm gonna write a line about that.
What, B Hen just be laughing the whole time. You gotta sample his laugh. He got a great laugh.
Yeah, so it happens at the most random times, but I will say the most consistent time that inspiration happens is when I'm pissed off. Or like when I feel somebody's got me fucked up. You know, like there's a conversation I hear at times of like, oh, he can just rap. It's like, motherfucker, I wrote your favorite rapper's favorite song. You know what I'm saying? But like those moments get to me. But other than that, man, I'm really just thankful to be in this industry. As a kid, I just wanted to be accepted. Like I just wanted to be in entertainment. When I said I wanted to be a rapper, I didn't say I wanted to be a successful one. Right? It just kind of happened that way. So I'm thankful, bro. Like I'm truly thankful to be able to sit here with you guys. Me and LeBron talk on the DM sometimes. Me and James Harden, he's about to send me some shoes. I went to his game the other night and I was like, I need my shoes, motherfucker. And he was like, I got you, leave me alone. So it's like just those moments is like they mean everything to me. So as long as I could do music to continue to make those moments happen, I'm good, bro.
Experiences.
Yeah.
Networking, like, know more people. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I've always been interested in that creative process. But you saying that you're your best when you're pissed off, I feel like you could really hoop when you're pissed off, and it's hard to piss you off.
You kind of have like that, and you have that chip on your shoulder,
Yeah.
or like just that extra little nudge. Like I think like the great ones sometimes make it up on their own.
Yeah.
Like
I think
he
the
didn't
greatest,
even say nothing, but I'm gonna just say he did, or
the best part about
they don't
being,
believe in me. Like
Facts.
the best part about being pissed off sometimes is when it's like, you know, like exactly how you about to get the person. Like you could be mad. Like say like if somebody's guarding D, right? And he's pissed off at this person, but he studied him so much he knows his weakness.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, I'm going to drill down on your weakness and expose you. The same thing in music. Like if somebody was ever to diss me, I study everybody so much to where it's like, I know your weaknesses. So I would just solely drill down on that. And then you're operating now with a level of like awareness of what you're doing. And it's not an emotion to where you want to fight somebody or like you want to kill somebody. It's just like, no, I want to embarrass you. Yeah. Like I want to drop 50 on you.
your focus level is like, I mean,
Mamba mentality is Kobe
like,
would say.
for like the finals, like I felt like we were so locked in on the game plan. Like even every series we had, like we just so locked in and so focused on that game plan. And like when you have that focus and everybody's bought in, like special things.
I'm glad that you said that. What's something that you took from? You know my Warriors got you guys out here.
I knew this shit was coming. I knew we were gonna go down this road.
He put it on there, and I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking we just scroll right past that.
We scrolled past it, but
Draymond's a friend of mine, and he told me the strategy before they went into the series. What's something that you learned from that series that you took into the Dallas Mavericks series to execute winning that championship?
I think just one, we had the experience, like we had been there before. I'm 22, playing the Warriors, and like, oh, they got the NBA Finals patch on our jersey. They got all this media. Like this is like stuff you dream about. And so like we never been there before. And obviously the Warriors had been there many times before. So like that was just like old hat, playing that long into June. And so like the next time around, like it wasn't like the first time. Like we weren't like eyes wide open like that. So I think that was a big thing, is just having that experience. And then like I think the 22 man, that was tough for me. Like,
what's it like guarding Stephen Curry?
hell.
I've always wondered, what is it like? That
hell,
little motherfucker, he just runs and runs and runs and just shoots from. What is the frustrations of that?
Yeah, it's a nonstop movement, obviously, and then like they all screen for him. And
Your boy's setting a lot of moving screens.
Yeah.
He's
Shout
never
out to
said
Draymond.
he's never said a non-moving screen.
Yeah,
He's
that,
this,
and
I'm
then
just
like
kidding,
you give
he's
him the
had some good
slightest daylight, like he shoots it, and you just think it's going in, and like just that, I don't know, like fear, of like you got to pick him up at half court, and you got to go through 3 screens, and then he might get off of it and then keep running to the other side, and then you got to go through another screen for him to do a shot fake, and then one dribble, and then like his creativity on the ball and off the ball, I think is special. And like to be the greatest shooter of all time, like any daylight is 3 points or something. So they do a great job of finding, even like in the Olympics, like just watching him up close, like he hit one, like he get going, like it's just, those flurries that he goes on, it's just, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's special. But
incredible.
That 22 was tough.
Incredible.
Yeah, go ahead and say what you want.
I mean, that guarding Steph was tough, and then them not guarding me.
He was not.
That was also tough.
They had Clay, so you still got to worry about that too. Yeah.
And like, I think the crazy thing about like when I think about the finals, and like I told Draymond this, like, so game 1 I hit like 6 threes, and then like he went on his podcast, it was like, you know what I mean, Derrick hit 6 threes, but like that's not gonna beat us. And like I'm like, damn, like I thought I had to like, and like in my mind I was like, I know what he's talking about, like that in the long run it didn't beat him. So like that was a real motivating thing for me to get in the gym, to get my shot more consistent, so nobody guards me or like treats me like that. And like if they leave me open, like I'm gonna make them pay. And so that was a big turning point for my career. Like I'm on the biggest stage of my life and I fail, and like they literally just not guarding me. I know that I know going in, like they're not gonna guard me, and I couldn't make them pay. And so then now I feel like
They gotta
you
come
can't
and
do
guard
that.
you. Yeah,
Man,
you
shout
gotta
out
come
Draymond.
guard you.
I told Draymond after
Shout
I
out
won the
Dre.
Olympics in France, I was like, you kind of changed my career, because like at that time I was like, I'm solid, like I'm doing things, but then like
That right there.
that kind of just gave me that
That
motivation, that
frustration,
whole entire summer. I was like, I gotta be
Incredible.
better.
That's
Incredible story.
That's the first time I've heard that.
That's an
Actually,
incredible story.
yeah, that's a good story. Man,
But yeah, tough times.
Incredible
Tough times.
story. Yeah.
you ever seen speaking of Steph and trying to guard Steph, have you ever seen the graphic? They don't do it very much anymore on ESPN, but it's where as if they had paint on the bottom of their shoes.
Yes.
Steph shit, the whole floor is painted.
Covered, yeah.
Like it's just like the center of the floor is unpainted. The rest of it is just one color from where he
I
runs.
never realized how strong he was.
Oh, bro,
I never realized
Yeah.
that till about 2 years ago.
He's bigger than people think.
Yeah, I was at a game and I was looking at his arms and I was like, this motherfucker kind of strong. Like he's 6'3", you know what I mean? He's not as tall as everybody, but when you look at him and you start looking at some of the shots he take, it's like your core has to be very like in shape and strong for you to pull some of this shit that you just flicking up there and it's just going in. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, his fucking range, he just right
yeah.
here. Like, bro, you're 50 feet away. How are you shooting it like that?
I remember I was talking to Draymond one time. He said they did like a baseball event with the A's one time, and it was like a dart competition, and Steph just hits the bullseye, and then it was like a pitching competition, and he just pitches
Bro,
it. So he was like, it's something with his hand-eye coordination.
I mean, golf. Like,
Yeah,
He's a
that's
sick golfer.
he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's got something.
yeah.
Special. No, he does, especially like the past like 5 years. He looks pretty swole out
Yeah.
there. But that's the thing too with you is like, obviously we've known each other for like 15 years, so it's always like, you in college you were 170 pounds, so it's always like, you know, you don't look crazy strong, but like we'll just be like fucking around on the mini hoop or something, like, damn, this dude is strong. Like this. But I think about what you do every day. You leaning on, you know, JB or like whoever practicing the game, like deceptively strong. I will say, I'll give you your flowers there.
There you go. Thank you. I
Publicly.
appreciate that, man.
Felt like
Yeah,
felt like
that-
acid coming out of my mouth saying that.
That's why I knew we should have done this pod all along. I knew.
Oh,
No,
shit.
that's a great thing too, because it's like you wouldn't necessarily think, like you see like certain guys, a Zubac, right? You think like, oh, that's a ox right there.
Steven Adams.
Yeah, you see these guys, but you wouldn't think like a Derrick or a Steph is very strong.
Yeah.
And one thing that bothers me about what people call you sometimes, they call you a role player. I don't like that. I don't like that because I think you're so much more. And I always said, if I ever see you again after the drunk time in Colorado, I wanted to ask you.
I tried to get him. I said, "You want to get bottle of tequila for this?" He looked at me and said, "Bro, it's noon." I said, "It's not off brand for you."
I always wanted to ask you, like, when people call you a role player, do you take that as like respect or is it like a ceiling?
I want it. It's tough because I think there's like a big gap between star and role player, and there's not really a middle ground, you know?
Like a title for it.
Yeah, like I don't know what you call that. Like you kind of get, oh, he's not a star, so he must be a role player.
Yeah.
And I just kind of think of myself as just try to do anything. Like I don't want to. Some games I might be just a role player, and I'm just spacing, and Pate and JB, they got it going. Some games I might need to score 30, and like I feel like I gotta find I think that's where I want to excel on, is someone that can, one, read the game, like know what it tells you to do, and two, be able to do what the game tells you it needs to do. Like some people like they are like role players, and like you're not gonna ask them to get 30.
Yeah.
And some guys are just shooters, and some guys are just defenders. And so I want to be someone that can do a little bit of everything. And so I don't really look at myself as a role player.
I've seen you
I don't
go
think
get
it's
40.
a disrespect though.
I've
But-
seen you go get 40 with no Tatum on the floor. No, it's like, oh no, this guy's not no fucking role player. I think what a term Draymond always says is swing players.
Yeah.
Players that swing the game.
I think
into
one
a
of the
direction.
best of all time is Iguodala.
Mm.
Like I would say he was all-star, but like with those Warriors teams, like he wasn't like the star, but he's not a role player either. Like, he connected. Swing player is a good thing, but like somewhere in that gray area of star and role player, like I think Iguodala is probably like the wide picture is like maybe the best at it.
No, shout out to Iggy. He does a lot of great work for the Bay Area too. I love that guy.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's I was the whole time you were talking, I was trying to think of like a term or a label for someone that's in between those two levels. There's nothing, and it's like
but there's
hardly
a big
ever
gap
talked about.
between a star. There's only.
I feel like a role player sometimes is like a star who's not marketed. Right? Like, it's like, because people would say like someone like a Nick Young was a role player, but he was a star at the same time. He has personality, all of these different things. We knew his girlfriend, right? He's, all these different things.
Still a star.
Yeah,
Boy,
still
hilarious.
a star. I feel like a lot of times, like I don't look at Jalen Williams in OKC as a role player. Like, to me, he's a star. It's just he's next to Shea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what does that look like if he's not next to Shea?
Yeah. There's like
supporting
there's
star.
big gap between star and role player, and I think there's also a big gap between superstar and star.
Yeah, that's where I'm missing for him.
Yeah, I think there's a big gap between those two as well.
Fuck it, bro. You're a star.
Thank you.
You're a superstar.
Hey, there you go. Even better. Even better.
A supporting superstar. All right, you want to hit this guy with some lightning rounds? Actually, before we do that, I want to give you. We always like to finish up with like what we call lightning round, like quick hitter questions.
For sure.
I wanted to ask you. You're doing a lot, and we had this conversation. Obviously, came dressed to impress, like ahead of.
I'm
this
trying to
fashion
clean
trend.
rap up, man. I'm on a mission.
Yes. Please,
They have
enlighten us.
dirtied the game. They have dirtied the game. They have us looking like the ghetto cousin at the party that's not allowed to be there anymore, and it's time to clean it up, man. I'm in a space now, bro, where my dream was to be a rapper, and I've achieved that dream, and I had to set new goals for myself. And what I'm realizing about myself is more than a rapper. What I'm becoming is a system builder that just happens to rap. And through my brother over there, Cass, he's teaching me a lot of different things just within business. And it's making me see things a lot different. And it's making me see where problems lie. And I see where I could be a solution to fix it. And most rappers won't take on that role. You know what I mean? But I'm somebody that can articulate myself. I have a personality, but most importantly, I care. I genuinely care about how people receive rap music, because rap music has always been our global translator to the world, you know, of what's going on in the black experience. And I feel like it's gotten lost. Everybody just looks at a rapper as we just all cheat on each other's wives, and we cheat on our wives and flash a bunch of money and wear a bunch of jewelry and smoke and drinking. And we're a lot more than that. Like, a lot of these guys are very diverse people. I just seen my guy Sauce Walker on stream last night breaking down finances, crypto, different ecosystems of ways to create money. And there's a lot of that information in the rap community that we don't necessarily share. And I'm just at a point in my life to where I don't want the next generation to make the same mistakes we did, as far as just spending all of our rap money on jewelry and just being wild and reckless and not understanding the profession we in. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna make it cool to put a tie on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it cool to articulate yourself, because my young ones that's 24, 23, they need that example and they deserve it. So that's just where I've been with it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
That's dope. Yeah,
I love that. And you talked a lot too about, like, we were talking about how, you know, as a successful rapper, you don't have guaranteed money, you don't have health care, you don't have things like that in comparison to an NBA contract with pensions, things of that nature. So you're diversifying not only your mission and what you're trying to do with your community, but also yourself. You want to talk about some of the stuff, acting, things like that you're
definitely
getting into?
So first announcing here, I am in the new series of Snowfall. Shout out to that.
fire.
So fire.
Shout out to Malcolm Spellman, Gail Bean, which was a dope experience for me, because I actually went out for a lead role, and it came down to me and another, my guy Peyton, who actually ended up getting the role, but he was a lot more experienced than me. But I did so good that they created a separate role for me that was like his friend.
Nice.
So it was a dope experience because sometimes we just think we can act. Like we think like, oh, it's not hard. Like if they give me the roles, I can memorize the roles. But like immediately when you get in there, you realize like the key to acting is to not act. Right? So it's like how we talking right now. If this was a shot, what would you do? You would sit just like that. You know what I mean? You look at me just like that. But it's like when we on camera, we wouldn't know. So the stillness makes us nervous. So we start tapping our leg and moving around and doing things that throws the scene off. And I had to get comfortable with that.
Wow.
And once I kind of got over that part, it was kind of hard for me to break character. Like I really started believing I was a guy named Tiptoe from South Central.
Tiptoe.
You know.
Wow.
So
you felt like you were able to quickly embody the character that you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I feel like I was able to get it because I know the character. Right? It's like my cousin. You know what I mean? Or one of Cass' friends from Compton or something like that we hang with. Shout out to AD. But it was a dope thing for me, but it also opened up my mind to a lot of things just in business and seeing where things are going within the music business and entertainment space. And it made me just kind of sit back and be like, you know, I kind of want to do more, you know, than just rap and act. I want to actually build something that's important. Or when I'm out of here, you know, I want people to be able to say, you know, did you Symba it? Just like they said, did you Google it? You know what I mean? Or something like that. I don't just want to be a song.
Yeah.
You know? So that's where my mind
Symba
is.
versus Chat GPT.
There we go. SimGPT.
SimGPT.
Symba OS.
I love
something
that.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, so what's next then? I mean, for those of you that weren't tapped in, and obviously this is coming out in the future, but last night on your Instagram story, you posted you want to talk about any of that?
Yeah, so
you got a lot going on.
Yeah, me, Cash, a partner of ours, we, shout out to Jack, we just started a new entertainment company. We have a new facility, 2 floors. It's about 7 different rooms in there, 4 different studios. 2 is for podcasting, 2 is for recording. And we really just want to build the network that's missing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of content out there that's shock value, right? We all see the girls that twerk, and we've seen it enough, right?
I have no idea what you're
now we
talking
need to know, like, what does their life look like when they put the phone down?
For sure.
You know what I mean? So we want to create what those experiences look like and what that information is, and basically give people something that they could take into their professions. With our content and what we're trying to create musically, podcast-wise, movie-wise, short films, whatever it may be.
Man, got a lot going on.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it.
Yeah,
That's dope. We'll have to
super excited, man.
It's
We'll
like
have to
growth mindset right there.
Yeah,
We'll have to go
definitely.
check out the new spot too. I saw it on your story last night.
Y'all gotta come through because I'm starting my stream, so you guys gotta come on the stream. Next
Symba
time you guys
Unfiltered,
out
right?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a lot of what we talked about, especially in the rap game, like you talk about like stop rapping about designer brands, stop rapping about pimping, like that's all right there. Like,
Yeah. And it's not that I'm saying stop rapping about it. I'm saying things have elevated, right? So where I'm from the Bay Area. We have a big culture with this pimping. I've never been a pimp, but it's part of our culture there, right? I'm not telling people what to do or what they shouldn't do with their profession. All I'm saying is they got OnlyFans now. They don't need to walk on the strip anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying stop wearing Gucci. I'm just saying Jaylen Brown has a clothing line. Like, we could wear his shit too. Rap about that. Like, Gucci's not the only thing we could wear. Like, we rap about it like it's the end all be all. You know, that's all I'm saying is there's other alternatives than what we've been used to.
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't want to offend anyone. If you feel like I'm offending your profession, get your money. I'm just saying, man, update your software.
That's all. Worried about offending the pips out there, man.
Yeah, update your software.
Man of the people, I love it. Well, shit, I was going to say we do a lightning round, but I think that that's a great place to end. I think that you've been spitting some truth. You said a lot of dope shit that's made me kind of double take the way I think about some things. Yeah. You came heavy with the questions, fire questions.
I've been waiting to see this guy.
I love it.
Because I wanted to ask him in Colorado when I was drunk. I was just too drunk to ask.
Hey, man, sometimes those are the best conversations.
Yeah, not that day.
You got to come back out to Colorado.
No, for sure, man. I have a
there.
good time out there. I did a show out there. Dan actually had me out there. Had some great food. The show was amazing. So I definitely will be back in Colorado. But I want to say thank you to you guys, man. I know you guys just started this. I've been watching it. Please don't stop because we need this. You know, there's so much buffoonery content out there that we need people with experiences and something to say. You are a legend, NBA legend, a champion. You got a lot of information to offer these young players. Jason Crow Jr., somebody I watch, he loves you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players that love you, man. So keep doing what you're doing and continue to be you, brother. We love it.
I appreciate you, man.
Sure.
Appreciate you.
Great having you.
Man.
For sure.
It's love.
It's amazing. Yeah,
That was dope.
for sure. Appreciate you.
Man, yes, sir.